Okay. Hi guys, my name is Margaret Solomon, and basically explaining what I know from Hayward fault, from the videos and then the papers too that we read. And yeah, so basically the Hayward fault is supposed to be like a strike slip fault, and it runs through like the eastern side of San Francisco Bay, and it also passes through more like populated like areas and cities like Oakland, Berkeley, I believe, Hayward, Fremont, and I believe San Jose, one of those sands. Yeah. And the fault is like part of like a larger like San Andreas fault system. And like it marks the boundary between, I believe, the Pacific and North American tectonic plates. And yeah, like it's supposed to be unique because unlike some faults, it like remains dormant for centuries. And like the Hayward fault is like very active too as well, so that's what makes it very like different from other faults, as well as also dangerous at the same time too. And it has it constantly like produces significant earthquakes basically. And the Hayward fault is also like I believe it's classified like right lateral strike slip fault, which means that it's basically like the land of one side of fault, like one side of the fault moves to the right relative to the other side basically, and like the movement like comes due like really slowly, so the movement occurs slowly basically, and the motion of the Pacific plate against the North American plate is basically what causes the motion of it too as well too. And although the motion is like gradual and like it's very like slow, it also can build up over time and cause very powerful earthquakes and things like that. And which is why it's very dangerous being in California as well, because of the Hayward fault, especially NorCal as well. So yeah, and like every, I believe 150 years, it kind of ruptures at the same time too, every 150 years. And the last like major earthquake, I believe, was a 6.8, and it came in 1868, and that was on the Hayward fault as well too. Yeah, and like scientists, like they estimate that the Hayward fault is only gonna get like the earthquakes are only going to get worse over time, according to like I believe the A-wire scenario. And like I think the worst that's going to be coming up is probably going to be a 7.0. And with this, like, this is why Berkeley wants to tear down Evans building, because it's also very prone and it sits on top of the Hayward fault, so it's prone to things like this too as well. And yeah, well, I'll say like, let me see, I think over 300 buildings have been like directly affected by the fault in terms of like earthquake and things like that. And there's gonna be a lot more happening too in terms of like bridges and roads and things like that, and like water failures and things like that have been caused by the fault as well. And Berkeley, like UC Berkeley, the campus is directly impacted by the Hayward fault a lot too, due to a lot of the buildings sitting on top of it. And the university, like, they've been taking a bunch of like measures to stop this. So like, for example, they retrofitted the Memorial Stadium, and we talked about this in, I believe, discussion, but they're also trying to retrofit Evans, but it was going to be too expensive. So that's why they're breaking down Evans building, because it's very earthquake prone and it sits on top of the fault. What else do I know? But yeah, it's like the Hayward fault has very uncertain earthquakes, so that's also one of the bad parts about it. You kind of like don't know when it's gonna happen or when it's gonna come, so that's what makes it a lot more dangerous and one of the most dangerous faults too as well. And it's basically like a ticking seismic time bomb at this point, and like scientists have been trying to fix it. What are some other areas? There are a couple areas on campus that also are highlighted for all the for being prone to it. I believe like Memorial Stadium was one, because it goes through like this line through like campus all the way to Memorial Stadium. So Memorial Stadium sits on top of the fault too as well too. So it just goes all the way through campus. And yeah, that's basically all I know. Thank you.